We know and we've heard over the last couple of years about the increase of catalytic converter theft that is happening in the province of Manitoba, and a significant concern when it comes to cost, when it comes to inconvenience for Manitobans who might be going to a movie or going to their local house of worship, and then they come out and they find that that catalytic converter has been cut off from their vehicle. And we hear a lot about crime these days and concern about crime, and sometimes folks feel, you know, maybe there's nothing that can be done, or maybe not enough is being done. And that was one of the reasons why we as a government, the Department of Justice, you know, came together with law enforcement, came together with Winnipeg Crime Stoppers, using resources from our criminal property forfeiture fund, and so what can we do in partnership on this? We knew that the issue of catalytic converter theft was a problem across North America. So this is not a Manitoba problem. It's a problem everywhere in North America. So there were different ideas that came forward. Certainly law enforcement took this very seriously in terms of enforcement, and there were enforcement efforts. Province of Manitoba was already well underway with legislation when it came to the sale of scrap metal, not just for catalytic converters, but certainly including catalytic converters, and how could we ensure that we weren't offering an opportunity for people to sell these products that were stolen. So those two things were very important, enforcement and legislation. And then there was a suggestion about VIN engravement. The vehicle identification number on the catalytic converter itself. I'm not an expert in vehicles, but my understanding is that most parts on a vehicle have a VIN number already engraved upon it, or many parts do, and engraving a VIN number onto a catalytic converter could be something that individuals themselves could do, but that would also be part of an overall plan to reduce catalytic converter theft. It's never usually, when it comes to crime, it's never usually one thing that ends up stopping crime, any kind of crime. It is usually a host of different things. And so the combination of legislation, law enforcement, an initiative like VIN engravement have seen a significant reduction of catalytic converter theft over the last number of months. More than, I think, a 90% reduction in catalytic converter thefts. I think last month that there was about 19, down from more than 300 catalytic converter thefts in that short period of time. Now, nobody is hanging up a mission accomplished sign. We need to continue to do more things, continue to be aggressive on this front, and that's why we're here today, to acknowledge the Steinbach RCMP detachment, together with efforts from Winnipeg Crime Stoppers in Winnipeg, where they're doing VIN engravements, but here in the southeast there's an effort underway to do VIN engravements to try to reduce and keep that catalytic converter theft down. I want to thank the different auto bodies that have been involved and agreed to partner with this, led by the Steinbach RCMP detachment, is an initiative to try to reduce and keep catalytic converter theft down in Manitoba. Again, this is not a mission accomplished sign, but there were people a few months ago who said it was mission impossible. It was going to be impossible to reduce catalytic converter theft. We have seen a very significant reduction, more than 80% reduction in catalytic converter theft, but we need to continue to press on and have this unified approach. So today we're pleased to be able to share with you that initiative is not just happening in Winnipeg, it's now happening aggressively in rural Manitoba, and it's because we have that united effort between law enforcement, organizations like Crime Stoppers, auto body dealers who stepped up and said, yeah, we want to be a part of this, and of course all of those within law enforcement who are helping to help coordinate that here in southeastern Manitoba.